I am Miss Banwas, teaching mathematics in class 7th from Army Public School and College, Sargodha, Kent. Topic in week 3rd is algebraic and graphical representation of inverse proportion. Objective: you will be able to identify graph when number 1, y is inversely proportional to x. Number 2, y is inversely proportional to 1 by x. Dear students, before starting our today's topic, let's begin with thinking time. As all of you know that if y is inversely proportional to x, so we show it with the formula y is equal to k by x. Now, if we substitute that the value for k is equal to 0. Now tell me, what is the relationship between x and y? Yeah? Okay? Good. This implies that for all values of x, y is equal to 0. Y cannot be inversely proportional to x in this case. Dear students, consider the example on page number 23. X shows speed kilometer per hour and y shows time taken. And as all of you know that y is inversely proportional to x. So, before starting drawing a graph, first we have to consider some points. Dear students, success criteria means steps you follow to achieve your goal. So you must remember to use the fact that if y is inversely proportional to x, then the graph of y against x is a hyperbola. Second, use the fact that if y is inversely proportional to 1 by x, then the graph of y against 1 by x is a straight line. Is it clear, students? Dear students, if we plot the graph of y against x, then the obtained graph is a hyperbola. Do you know why? As it is given in the example. In the first place, the value of x is 10. Then it is doubled and it becomes 20. Similarly, in the first place, the value of y is 12 and then it is halved into 6. Actually, the relationship between x and y is inverse. That's why the graph shape is hyperbola. Clear? Dear students, if you plot graph of y against x, then how would the graph look like? Good? Yeah. When y is inversely proportional to 1 by x, then the graph is a straight line passing through the origin. Clear? One more question. Although y is inversely proportional to x, what is the relationship between y and x? Good? Well done. Good. You are right. Here in the equation k by x shows constant. So the relationship between y and x is, yeah, tell me, what is the relationship between it? Yes, both are directly proportional to each other. Clear? Dear students, in the first part of the lesson, you learn about that if y is inversely proportional to x, then the graph of y against 1 by x is a straight line and the graph of y against x is a hyperbola. Clear? Now we comes to our second part of our lesson, and the objective is you will be able to solve problems using number 1, y is equal to k by x, number 2, y1 x1 is equal to y2 x2. Dear students, as all of you know that if y is inversely proportional to x, then inverse proportion equation can be written as y is equal to k by x, and here k is a constant term. Clear? Dear students, As all of you know that y is inversely proportional to x, and the equation which we use to show their inverse relationship is y is equal to k by x, and here k is a constant term. In work example number 10, they gave us the value of x which is equal to 4 and the value of y which is equal to 3, and here we have to connect the value of x with the value of y. So we have to substitute the x value and the y value in the given equation, and after solving we get the value of k which is a constant. When we place the value of k in this equation, it connects y and x. So we have to write y is equal to 12 by x. Clear? Any confusion or any query about finding the value of k? Okay, well done. In the second part, dear students, we have to find the value of y when x is equal to 8. As in the first part, we have to find the value of k and we connect the equation. Connect means we have to write the value of k which is 12. So here in this equation y is equal to 12 by x. This 12 connect y and x. Clear? Now we have to substitute the value of x which is 8, and after dividing 12 by 8 we get 1.5. One thing, students, I think so all of you noticed that initially the value of x is 4. Now it is doubled and it is equal to 8. Initially the value of y is 3. Now it is half and it is equal to 1.5. This shows that the relationship between y and x is inverse. Inverse means if one value is doubled, the other value is half. Clear to all of you? Brilliant students. Now we have to solve the same part of that example using the other method. As all of you know that we can solve it by using y1 x1 is equal to y2 x2. Do you know? y1 mean the first value of y, y2 mean the second value of y. Similarly, x1 mean the first value of x and x2 mean the second value of x. Now in the same part 2 which we have already done using y is equal to k by x method, now we have to solve the same sum using this method. Now initially the value of y is 3 as all of you know, and initially the value of x is equal to 4. So we have to substitute y1 x1 value which are 3 and 4. Similarly in the second part we have to find the value of y, means we don't know the second value of y, so we have to write y2, and the second value of x is, as all of you know, the first value of x is 4. So the second value which is given is 8. We have to place the value. Now we have to solve, and after solving we get the same answer, means when first value is doubled, then the second value is half. Mean the value of x is doubled from 4 to 8. So the value of y is half from 3 to 1.5. Clear? Now you know both of these methods. Now it depends upon you. You can use either of these two equations for solving the missing value. Clear? My dear students, now we comes to part 3rd. Here the value of y is given which is 48, and we have to find the value of x. As all of you know that we know two different methods, so we have to solve this sum using these two methods. First method is called y is equal to k by x, and the second method is y1 x1 is equal to y2 x2. So by substituting the value in the given equation, in the first method we get the value of x which is 1 by 4. Now using the second method, again we have to substitute the first value of y which is 3, the first value of x which is 4, the second value of y is 48 and the second value of x is missing. So by solving again we get the value of x, which is 1 by 4. Clear? This means you can use either of these two methods, you will get the same answer. Clear? Now look, again we talk about the relationship between y and x. As I told you that the relationship is inverse, mean initially the value of y is 3, now it is 48, means 16 times greater, 16 times increased. So initially the value of x is equal to 4, now it is equal to 1 by 4, mean 16 times decrease. Getting my point? Clear? Well done. Dear students, before starting our written task, first we have to recap our today's lesson. The graph of y against x is a hyperbola. Do you know why it is hyperbola? Good. Because relationship between y and x is inversely proportional. Second, the graph of y against 1 by x is a straight line. Good. Because relationship between y and 1 by x is directly proportional due to the k, which is constant. We also learned two equations. Y is equal to k by x, y1 x1 is equal to y2 x2. So using all these two equations, you are able to solve exercise 1C, question number 3, 4, 8 and 9. Students, I also want to quote one example of inversely proportion. If you more stay at home, there is a less chances of COVID-19. Clear? So you must remain at home practicing more and more math sums, because doing math sum is like that chocolate which you want to eat daily. Clear? So I wish have a safe and healthy life, and I wish that all of you practice more and more math sums. Allah Hafiz.